If you listen to Education Secretary Betsy DeVos talk about traditional public schools, you could get the impression that they are pretty much all the same. She repeatedly talks about how they are designed an old factory model that worked decades ago but no longer meets the individual needs of students. That is why, she says, she wants to expand alternatives in the form of charter schools and programs that use public funds to pay for private school education. On a stop at a school in Wyoming this fall, DeVos said, "For far too many kids, this year's first day back to school looks and feels a lot like last year's first day back to school. And the year before that. And the generation before that. And the generation before that? That means your parents' parents' parents. Most students are starting a new school year that is all too familiar. They follow the same schedule, the same routine, just waiting to be saved by the bell. Surely there are traditional public schools as well as charter schools and private schools that do the same thing year in and year out, and fail to inspire students. But there are many that work well for students. And despite what DeVos says, traditional public schools or their districts are not all alike, not even close. There are many schools in traditional public school districts that have found new ways to meet the needs of students, among them, what are known as community schools. This post looks at the value of community schools. It was written by the co-authors of a new study just released titled Community Schools as an Effective School Improvement Strategy, a Review of the Evidence. They are Julia Daniel, a Ph.D. candidate in Educational Foundations, Policy and Practice at the University of Colorado Boulder, Anna Mayer, a Research and Policy Associate at the nonprofit Learning Policy Institute, and Jeannie Oakes, Presidential Professor Emeritus in Educational Equity at UCLA. The new study is being published by the California-based Learning Policy Institute, which was founded by the renowned Stanford University educator Linda Darling-Hammond and conducts independent, high-quality research to improve education policy and practice. Why community schools are part of the answer. By Julia Daniel, Anna Mayer, and Jeannie Oakes. At Oakland International High School, 25% of students, virtually all of whom are recent immigrants, arrived in the United States as unaccompanied minors. Some have lost family members to violence, some come to school hungry, some face risks simply getting to and from school. All are English learners, most live in poverty, and some live in the United States without their families. Across the country, most students like them experience limited learning opportunities and barriers to success at school. But Oakland International students thrive at surprisingly high rates. 2/3 of those surveyed in 2015-16 said they are happy at school, compared to just over half of other Oakland high school students. Careful internal tracking of the 5-year graduation rate for the class of 2015 shows a 72% success rate, high for this extremely vulnerable population. The figure includes non-traditional paths such as completing credits at adult school or proceeding directly to community college and earning an associate's degree. The school also does a remarkable job of preparing and sending students to college.